very stressful, a lot of pressure on top of me because I have been casting for 10 years, but I have not heard my own voice commentary and casting for almost 6 years. Even if the events I'm doing at the MC job and anything, it wasn't esports or casting. MC jobs is just like, oh, I get to hear a speaker here, I'm on show, like I've done that before. I still have like the basics and fundamentals on how to do speaker control, crowd reactions, clarity and stuff like that. So when I was doing BMPS, the first day I was like, it's gonna be another easy job. You know, I'm just casting for online audience, you know. Very easy. Hindi will take over the hype. They will follow, they'll focus on the crowd and everything. If there's people screaming from the Hindi side, we should be screaming. Great. You know, that was in my mind. But the moment I sat down on the day on rehearsals, we crafted, and they were like saying, guys, this time main broadcast, Hindi casters are very sad. They're complaining already. Why? Oh, they are complaining lah. Why not doing Hindi? I'm like, what do you mean not doing Hindi? Oh, because Kochi is South India. People here, they prefer English. Not everyone understands Hindi. I was like, so which language you gonna do? English. And I was like, English? So immediately, yeah, we were having dinner, all of us, like the Crafton guys, the other casters. I was sitting there like, Crafton, you have put a lot of weight on me, huh? Okay, we gotta make a very, very good show program with all the casters. And I'm like, yo, English, all right, yeah, I'll think of something. So again, when that happened, that night itself, I had to sit down with Johnny, sit down with Fixers, sit down with Necro, and we were like, guys, you do realize this is LAN, right? It's completely different from doing online. Online, you just do whatever, the sound engineer will do the tweaking. Here, it's like the sound engineer does the tweaking, also for inside and outside, but you yourself have to go outside and figure out the kinds of words you need to use. How do you talk, and clarity, because when it comes to speakers, it is going to be somewhat muffled. If you speak too fast, it go like if you speak too slow, it becomes sleepy. So and that was the biggest struggle that I had to overcome because in terms of rotation and casting and everything, right? It was 4 of us and we had to rotate, and I didn't get a single time to rest that much because I was doing almost everything. So from time to time, I would sneak out, go out to the audience and listen like, hey, Necros, you got to bring up the hype because apparently gunshots outside is so loud, we cannot hear your voice. So you got to be louder when gunshots. So I have to tell Necro this, I have to tell Fixers this. And then sometimes when you're talking about this, you're too soft, you're too loud because outside you can't hear it. Like I was sitting at the VIP section, right? So if VIP section can't even hear you, you can imagine all the way at the back. So all these things were like, we had to kind of tell each other, you know, on how to fix things. And luckily for us, not so luckily for Crafton, was that the first day in Kochi, there was no attendance, like literally nothing. Nobody came for the event, which again, is understandable. It's a Friday, people need to go to school, blah, blah, blah. So it was a very, very good chance for us to fix our things on day number 2, which we did because day 2 looked so much better coming from the English broadcast. And we were like, thank God we fixed it. And then day 3, we get a full house. I was like, all of us are prepared. Let's go, you know? So there was a very, very stressful time for us on how to balance out what's good, what's bad,